Hey guys, Joey Vicor from Joey Vicor Fitness here, author of Bones to Buff, and I'm here today for a nutrition segment. I have here a recipe from my good friend Dave Rules, Anabolic Cooking. He has a free report, has 10 full recipes, including this one. And it's one of my favorite. It's the Muscle Cooks Chili. Now you can actually get this report by going to the bottom here. Click the link, anabolicmealplans.com, go there, put your email in. This will be sent to you right away and you can start cooking. But for today I'm going to show you one of these recipes myself, and I'm going to have lunch here and I'm going to make this chili. So take a look here. I'll explain the ingredients, but again you can also download the report and print it off to bring in your kitchen. So right here we have some ground beef and some chicken. Now, you can also use ground buffalo. Ground buffalo is actually a lot less fat in it, so if you're watching your fat levels, that would probably be a better option. I don't like using a lot of lean ground beef, even if it is very lean, because there is still high amounts of fat in it. So I've split it with chicken as well as beef. I have some low sodium beef broth here. And it should be noted that this recipe that you'll download actually can make 9 cups. I'm just going to make a single serving today, so if my quantities are a little bit different from what you see on here, that's okay. Just adjust. You can add more, add less. Alright, I have some sea salt, some organic oregano. I always cook with PAM cooking spray, very low cooking like fats, instead of cooking with big oils and stuff like that. Some black beans, lower sodium again, no salt added, diced tomatoes. Because when you start to combine all these different ingredients, you can have a very high salt content. So you always want to try to get a low sodium alternative. And then I just have a couple little spices here. I have turmeric, chili powder, and I have some chili lime powder. This isn't included in this, it's just a little touch that I put in. Some black pepper and some Red Rooster chili sauce. All good ingredients, and it's got some on my arm here. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with putting the green peppers and onions, which I also cut up prior to starting this video. And I'm going to combine that and cook my meat. I've already pre-cooked it, so it won't take me as long, but it usually takes about 5 to 6 minutes to brown any kind of ground buffalo or ground beef. So I'm going to get that started, and I'm going to take you through the rest of the recipe. Okay, so once you have all your ingredients out and ready, pan's been preheated, go ahead and take your onions, garlic, and green pepper, put them in a pan. Then you're going to want to take, like I said, this is pre-cooked, but you'll be taking it in a raw state. You can do both. I just happen to have some pre-cooked. This is going to be a single serving. We're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes. Just until the vegetables get a little tender, and stir that around a bit, turn up the heat. You want to cook it about medium heat here, and 5 minutes from now we'll go ahead and start adding some of the other ingredients in. And it really is a simple recipe to make. It only takes about 15 minutes, maybe 20 with all the prep work to it, but it's a really great alternative to just eating, chicken and vegetables all the time, or chicken and broccoli and stuff like that. All those kind of meals that have been stereotyped by the bodybuilding industry that you see everyone usually eating. Very unique way of eating, and if you want different recipes, you can actually go to Anabolic Cooking by going to anabolicmealplans.com, signing up for the free report, getting the book, and checking out his recipes as well, because there's a lot more in here, actually over 200 recipes. So I'm going to let this cook a bit, and then we'll be back for the final segment. Okay, so we've browned our chicken and beef here, and the vegetables are a little bit tender now. So we're going to add in our black beans and diced tomatoes. Now, if you're going to make a bigger serving amount, again, this is only for one, you're going to need, obviously, a bigger, I'm using a deep dish pan right now, but you're going to want a big casserole dish or something that can accommodate all these ingredients for 9 people. Alright. So we're going to add everything now. Beef broth. And I'm just doing this by eye. I don't really measure it. I mean, technically you want about 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of, I can't say that, turmeric, kurma, I don't know what it's called. But again, anabolicmealplans.com, you can download it for yourself. I'm going to put some Red Rooster chili powder in here. I don't know if that's the technical term, but there's Red Rooster on it. And it's actually chili paste. Go ahead and add in a little bit more chili powder. Looks good. Some of this ingredient that I can't really pronounce that well. And some ground pepper. Some sea salt. Some chili and lime. This is kind of a sweet chili pepper here. Just a little bit of that since we already have enough chili powder to begin with. Some oregano, again by eye. About a teaspoon there. And finally, this isn't part of the recipe, but I want to put in some crushed peppers. I like it a little bit spicier, so if you don't, I want to avoid those. And that's it. That's pretty much, I think I've got everything there. We're going to let that go for about 10 minutes. Put the lid on here. And since everything else is already cooked, it's your choice. You can let it cook for 20 minutes, for 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. It'll be different too, depending on the amount of people you're serving. I'm going to stir it up a bit, and you can check it out in here. See that? And we're just going to leave that simmer. Let everything combine in there, and I'll show you the final dish right in just a second. Okay, so 20 minutes. I have homemade chili. I also ripped up a little bit of bread here. I'm going to dip it in my chili. It's a whole wheat bread, and I also have an apple. A little bit of an odd combination, but this is my dessert for today. And again, 20 minutes. Got a really healthy recipe here. Good ratio of carbs to proteins. Still low fat, so if you're watching that as well, that's good. I would have this any time of the day, except for your last meal. After your workout, you can combine maybe a bit more rice or a bit more pasta in there if you want to thicken it up and get those calories in. But this is just one of the recipes that you can make. And again, this is a nice bowl here. Nice hearty, chunky bowl. Go to anabolicmealplans.com, sign up, get your free report. It has 10 recipes. Each one is as good, if not better, than this one here. And you'll also find out more information about my friend Dave Rule's good book, Anabolic Cooking. And you can find out how to pick up a copy of that, over 200 recipes. But for now, try this one out. You can get the recipe there, print it off, bring it in your kitchen, surprise your wife, friends, family, anybody. You're not going to be disappointed. Take care, guys.